Hey y'all, welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Chanina. If you're new here, girl, welcome. Welcome. So, today is just a regular day, to be honest with y'all. Ain't nothing much going on. I mean, I took the tree down. Well, babe took the tree down. He took the tree down the day after Christmas. He wasn't stunned that, honey. And the crazy part about it is the tree, with the tree situation, we couldn't decide if we was even gonna put the tree up or not. I don't know. This year has been very eye-opening for me as far as just the way the world is and getting closer with God and stuff like that. I think a lot of us have experienced that, where it was just so much going on that you just kind of had to reevaluate your life and stuff, right? So before we actually put the Christmas tree up, I for the past few months I have been coming across a lot of things, just a lot of things that we do in our regular everyday lives and how it relates to the Bible. And so one of the things that, which I have to do more research on this, but one of the things that I have recently discovered is the whole the history of a Christmas tree. And that bothered me a little bit. I was like, I don't know if I want to do that because, you know, from what I was reading, and I could have misunderstood this, y'all, because I don't read the Bible regularly. It's hard for me to understand it. But every time I hear something that is referencing the Bible, I go and look it up, just so that I can see, what they're talking about, and so I did come across a verse somewhere in the Bible. I can't remember the exact scripture, but it was saying something to the nature of not going to cut a tree and covering it with silver and gold, I think it said, or something like that. So in other words, the way I perceived it was, we're not supposed to, or biblically, we're not supposed to cut down trees and put trees in our homes and things like that, and ornaments and all that. And then another thing that I came across too was somehow it relates to slavery in a way. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna have to do more research on that. But from what I was reading, I was like, you know what, when you know better, you do better, sort of deal. So I felt guilty about putting up the tree because me and my husband, we had a conversation about the whole tree and celebrating Christmas and, different holidays that are created by man, basically. You know what I'm saying? So we were talking about that and stuff. And then it was crazy because, like, literally the next day, a Christmas tree came. So we put it up for Olivia, but I don't think we're going to be putting up a tree next year. So I'm going to try to figure out a way to explain it to Olivia, because it's hard for me when it comes to religion and to teach it to her when I fully don't understand it myself. Like, I get confused a lot with a lot of things that are, in the Bible that I've read. So and when I'm telling or trying to teach things to her, I want to be accurate. You know what I'm saying? So I got to figure out a way to kind of explain it to her about, we might not be putting up a Christmas tree next year. We might not be celebrating a lot of different holidays next year, like Valentine's. Like, when did that even become a holiday? But, to each his own, stuff like that. So I don't know. So we took the tree down. So we're going to keep everything just in case we decide to retract on what we talked about this year and put it up next year. So I don't know. How do you guys feel about Christmas trees as it relates to religion and stuff like that? I know that that's kind of like a touchy subject for a lot of people, but I just want to know. So, how do you go about, if you're a family that doesn't necessarily celebrate holidays, how do you go about kind of explaining that to your children if you've already introduced them to it? See, because for me, Olivia has already been introduced to Christmas. She knows it's about Christ and everything like that. Like, she doesn't do Santa Claus because I told her when she was a baby that there is no such thing as Santa Claus. So How do you guys do that with your kids? Alright, so I'm cleaning the wall. I don't know if y'all can see all these spots and stuff. Stuff be splashing on the wall. This is where the trash can sits, so let's see all that. So I'm cleaning all that off. But this time, instead of using, I forgot what I used last time, but I'm using this time. I found this at the Dollar Tree a while back, and I'm just now using it because I only had 2 bottles. And so far, I like this stuff. So I got my little table cleaned off. Y'all, I had to revive my plant. Oh my gosh. Last night I came in here and homegirl was sad. She was droopy. And I felt the dirt and it was completely dry. So I had to put some water in it and she snapped back. It took probably like 30 minutes and this is how she was looking, and she's been like this ever since. So I hope I don't kill my plants. But this is what I put on my table. These are some of the pictures that we have right now. I had them over here in this thing. And I don't know, it's kind of empty right here in the middle. So I just put 2 little candles that I had right there. I don't know, maybe one day I'll go to the Dollar Tree because I've got like a whole lot of photos and stuff. And so I'll just have to like go through them and see what I can put in a frame. I was also thinking of doing like a little, cause this wall is bare. So I was thinking of doing like a little picture collage right there. Olivia gave me the inspiration because in her room, she has a whole little collage going on her wall. So, but I think it would be cute to put, to do that with some photos. We haven't done it yet. Honestly, we weren't even gonna be here this year. The pandemic pretty much placed us in a position where we were forced to renew our lease. So our lease ends in June. I really like this table. Alright guys, so I'm just getting dinner together here. I was going to make spaghetti, but I don't want no spaghetti. So I'm going to do something that I haven't done in a really long time. A really, really long time. And I'm going to make homemade chili mac. So this is about 1.5 pounds of ground turkey, and I've seasoned it up with black pepper, a little bit of salt, ground paprika, onion, chopped onions. So I use this because I don't have any more onions in the refrigerator. Some chili powder, and I'm gonna put a pack of chili seasoning mix in it. And then I'm gonna throw a can of diced tomatoes in there and a little bit of frozen corn. These are some noodles that was left over from Christmas. So the mac and cheese, I had too many elbow noodles. So I'm gonna make a little bit more, not a whole lot. So this is my water for that. And I'm just gonna toss it in here. And that's basically what's gonna be for dinner. I don't know if I'm gonna do, I don't think I'm gonna cook cornbread or anything like that. It's just gonna be an easy meal. this is the chili mac, y'all. Really simple to make. All I did, like I said, you know, just use some elbow noodles. If you got some ground turkey in the pantry, everybody got salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder. Those are like the go-to seasonings. If you got some paprika, throw that up in there. Some chili powder if you got that, and a pack of chili seasoning, and some diced tomatoes, and boom chow, got some chili mac. So I didn't cook the noodles all the way through, y'all, because they're going to be simmering in here. I want them to soak up the chili goodness, the chili flavor. So I'm going to let that simmer for a little bit, and that's pretty much is what's going to be for dinner today, y'all, like for real. I'm not making cornbread or nothing like that. Real simple, throw it in a bowl, and that's it.